Hi everyone, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to share with you the order that I received yesterday in the mail from Elfbeads. As always, it is packaged beautifully. Have a personalized note kind of written to me. So what I'm going to do is get everything out of the packaging so I'm not wasting a lot of your time. All right, with my order I have 3 little baggies here. There actually was 4 baggies included in my order, but according to Mila's note, that is for sharing later. So that means goodies are on the way. But let me get everything out of the baggies here and I will share with you what I purchased. So with my order, I wanted to dive a little bit into the new Frost Basics collection that Mila has on the site. She released this collection in shades of blues, shades of like greens, and then shades of like pinks and reds. And I took a little dive first into the greens. And what you are looking at right here is the yellow green frost. For one, I love green. I have tons of green in my collection. But how awesome will these look for Halloween? They're kind of like that acid green, slime green color. And so I think that these will be wonderfully versatile, not only in designs in the summer, but also maybe even a little bit with Halloween. And you know, maybe even I'll have to play with it, but maybe even like a really fresh color combination, maybe at Christmas time with like a non-traditional green. So this here is the yellow green frost. Next up, this here is what is called the Pear Frost. And this is just slightly more yellowish in tone than the yellow green. And again, just a really pretty, basic, plain frost bead. Like I can see pairing these frost beads in particular with some of the other beads that I purchased. And I did indulge in several things that are from older collections this go around. But still, you know, just classic Elfbeads, classically beautiful. But this here is the Pear Frost. I am going to sneak this one in here. This wasn't part of this order, but in one of my prior orders, like this was a gift. And it wasn't labeled, so I just didn't know if this was kind of like a unique bead or something with an upcoming collection. And I do believe that this is the yellow frost bead from the collections. So here we have yellow frost, and then Pear Frost, or I'm sorry, that's the yellow green. And then here we have the pear. And I just think these are just beautiful citrus colors. And yeah, I'm looking forward to expanding my collection of these frost beads because I just think it's so fun to have kind of a basic collection, you know, just to pair with maybe some of the more intricate or heavily designed beads. All right, so I did say that I was going to be I chose a lot of things from older collections, and I think this was released when Mila first took over Elfbeads. This is called Candy Crush, and I just remember Mila posting this most remarkable bracelet that featured these, and I do believe she had some other like blush colored, which is that hot pink, colored glass paired with it. And it was just remarkable. And, this is an opaque glass bead. You can see it's on a white base, can't see through it. And then it has this orange, like this just gorgeous bright orange color, just kind of swirled over the top. And then it has this bump detail. It's a bumpy bead, so very textural, but it is done kind of in a blush pink. And I just thought this is just perfect for summer. I don't have a lot of oranges in my collection, and this, I think, will lend itself to designs with both orange and pink, or maybe orange and white. So that is why I have been wanting these forever. So I finally pulled the trigger and treated myself to these. Again, these are Candy Crush. All right, the next pair of beads that I purchased, these are also, from a couple collections ago, maybe a couple summers ago. I am a huge fan of Elfbeads, their dewdrop beads, and these are the sunny orange dewdrops. I mean, how cheerful is this bead? And look at it paired with the Candy Crush. You can definitely tell, like, once you see my entire order, like, I went for a very bright citrusy color palette this go around. But this here is the sunny orange dewdrops, and I think there's still a yellow one that I need to get, but these are clear glass overlay. All that gorgeous orange color is at the base, but then the glass itself kind of has an iridescent quality. So it is kind of reflecting, I even want to say it kind of reflects like the blues and the purples and the pinks that you're seeing from like the ribbon behind. Because look at those bumps, like you can just see it picking up all those colors. So they are very iridescent and just fabulous. So these are the sunny orange dewdrops. Now this beauty here is probably the only one that is kind of off as far as like the color palette that I ordered from. This is just called the Candy Flower Monroe. I already have one of these. It was a gift one time with one of my orders, and I just am amazed and in love with the beauty of this particular bead. As you can see, it has those kind of aurora sunset colors. You've got purples and pinks and yellows kind of reflecting back up at you. And then you have these beautiful flowers. Like, they remind me of columbine flowers a little bit here in Colorado, where you've got kind of like a white outline for the flower itself, and then the petal is colored with like a pinkish purple. And then with all Monroe beads with Elfbeads, they have these cubic zirconia sprinkled throughout. Here is this particular bead from the side, and you can see like all that magic again is kind of happening at the core, but the flowers are actually painted on top of the glass. I have no idea how they do that, but this is such a gorgeous glass bead. And if I have, if I can figure out how to insert a picture, I have a design that I made when they released the newest pansy silver. It was such a beautiful design with that pansy silver, one of these, and like a really pretty yellow bead that also had the CZs in it. And it was just so pretty with those traditional pansy colors of the purple and yellow. So if I can figure out how to insert a picture, I will do so, you know, somewhere. Hopefully I can figure it out. Let me get on to my next. Now, I only treated myself to one silver this time around, and as I was kind of perusing the different silver beads, I saw this one, and it is called Peace, and I probably have it upside down. Let me kind of put that right side up here. But as you can see, it is a very open silver bead. It's actually a good size. Like here it is next to a glass bead. But it has all of these open work peace symbols just over the entire surface of the bead. And if you follow, you know, my YouTube or my Instagram, you know that I am a huge fan of the Elfbeads, like the flower fields and the flower stones and the tripetuals. Like they remind me of the 60s and the flower children, you know, flower childs. And they even have like these cute, like I own a pair of these spacers that are called Happy, I believe, that are just little smiley faces. And I figured how cute would this be as the center focal bead, and then you can have some of the flower fields or flower stones or tripetuals on either side, and then like maybe those little happy spacers, and then, you know, more of those happy beads. So I thought that is going to be a fun design, so that is why I picked up this particular silver called Peace. Now, with every Elfbeads order, I am on a mission to collect like all of the flower stones and flower fields and tripetuals. So true to my nature, I did pick up a pair of the butter flower stones, and at this point I know better than to only get one of the flower stones. Like every time I only buy one, I immediately regret it, and you know, my next order includes that same flower stone. So I just went for it and ordered a pair, and these are opaque. They are flat, like these do not have any raised centers. The flower fields are the ones that have the raised centers, but it kind of has this acidy green, acidy yellow flower with this light blue background, and then you can kind of see just a hint of a plum outline. And you know, I think this would probably pair well with it. This is the yellow green frost, or maybe the Pear Frost will be a better match to it. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, how cute will, you'll just have to picture, because I don't have the little smiley face silvers, but how cute will it be, like peace sign, flower field, or you know, the flower stone, the little happy spacer, and then one of these next to it. I just think that is going to be so darn cute. Like perfect little bracelet to wear with jeans and a white t-shirt. So these are the butter flower stones. And the last bead in my order is this one, and it is the turquoise tripetual. And I think it'll be a nice match, although not 100%, but it's a nice pairing, I guess, to the butter flower stone. With this being a tripetual, it has those larger 4-petal flowers, and it does have like that raised flower center. Again, also an opaque bead, and on this one we've got like that turquoise base, and then it kind of has that acid green flower that is outlined with kind of a reddish brown. And I think, you know, again, I think it's going to be a nice pairing to the butter flower stone. This is one of the tripetuals I was still missing. And I've seen this styled, like this particular one, styled beautifully and worn with people with their southwestern jewelry, like their turquoise jewelry. So I figured this would be a nice pairing with some turquoise that I need to maybe dig out of my jewelry box and use. But that is it, guys. I, you know, definitely have a citrusy color palette going on, with the exception of the one candy Monroe. But what do you think of everything that I treated myself to? Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up, and I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Take care, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.